If you want to travel the world, rent houses like this in Colorado on a random Wednesday afternoon in your 20s, then this video is for you. And I'm going to explain to you the one thing that you're probably missing as far as business. Now, let me preface by saying that most people are going to say you're doing one thing wrong, and this is going to be the thing that changes your life. And by the way, it's the easiest selling point ever to say you're one thing away from being successful, but you're not. You're a lot of things away from being successful, but this topic that I'm about to explain to you will then open up a new world, and then you'll probably end up fixing your business problems simply by doing this one thing, okay? People actually don't have business problems. Businesses are not real, live, living things. They are extensions of human beings, which means that if you have personal problems, they will carry into your business. So that means the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you do have business issues, it's probably a personal problem. So how do you fix it? Well, you have to fix your personal life. And the problem is most people get into business and they don't go through the self-development, mastery, personal development phase because they just hear about it on TikTok and they're like, I want to make $10,000 a month, travel to Colorado, see the mountains on a random Wednesday afternoon, and just live that entire life. Last week I was in Las Vegas. I'm going to Paris in September. I lived in Florida. I've lived in Savannah, Georgia. I've lived in New York. Like, guys, at 20 years old, I'm doing a lot of things so I can help give back and teach you guys how to do it too. It is all personal development. I would not start in business right away at all. It's all about foundational stuff. And if you don't believe me, read The Almanac by Naval Ravikant, listen to Ray Dalio. Like, these guys are very fundamentals, first principles thinking, and that requires that human personal life needs to be taken care of before you step into the world of business. Okay, so let me paint a picture for you. Alex Davis, before 17 years old, I was very, very insecure. I was very, very self-conscious. I wasn't in shape. I didn't have a good mindset about anything. I couldn't speak properly. I couldn't go ahead and think any positive thoughts. I thought the world was after me. I thought I was going to be a doctor. I spent my whole life in academics in high school, pushing for our college level courses and trying to get into Cornell and all these wonderful things that a regular 9-to-5 employee mentality has. And yes, I had already started businesses, technically. I had a photography business that was doing really well, but I didn't know it was a business. I had a landscaping company that I would run in the summer that was doing really well, and I had clients for that. Like, there were things that I was doing already that pushed the ball forward, but I wasn't in business because I didn't have the personal development experience. And that is what you're all missing. That means start picking up books, start reading. And if you guys don't know what to read, Thinking Fast and Slow, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Magic of Thinking Big. We have Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I would listen to Brene Brown. I would listen to a lot of Lewis Howes. Anybody that would speak on the topic of personal development and growth is an amazing teacher and person to listen to. If you go into the world of business, majority of people will say you need to be teachable and coachable. Why? Because a lot of things in business are just skills, and you as a human being don't have a lot of skills in the beginning, so you have to acquire them. But if you're not teachable and coachable and aware of your deficiencies as a human being and aware of what's humanly possible, how could you possibly expect that you're actually going to be successful as a business owner? So I hope that you guys at least get a good foundation with this. What I would tell you is go to those resources, but if I had to stack it in a framework easily for you guys to understand, I would start with this. Awareness. Awareness is the first level. And this is not just, I'm aware that I have problems. It's like you're aware of everything. You're aware of your deficiencies. You're aware of how your influences interact with your life. You're aware of the relationship and the associations that you have that might be deteriorating from your brand. You're aware of all the thoughts that might be holding you back from making decisions like running Facebook ads. You're aware of all of the things that hold you back. I mean, you're going to have to, look at this hummingbird. It's crazy. Boom. But you're going to have to be aware of all of these things. And why? Because you're going to be taking risk, like running ads. That's literally spending your own hard-earned money into a machine that you don't know necessarily is going to pay out. And you have to be aware of how you react to things. Another thing is gap and gain. Like, you got to understand all of the things that happen as human beings jump on these hedonic treadmills of, I want more and more and more just for more sake, and I want to get to the next place as fast as possible. Business breeds this mentality of humans that says, I'm going to be rich and drive a Lambo or a McLaren super, super fast and super easily, which is a nice thought, but it's not realistic. And it also deteriorates you from the actual whole entire point, which is starting a company. Like, you guys are more focused on a car than an actual company. So personal development and growth, I'm telling you, is a topic. Spend time on it. and don't push through it really fast. Like, I would spend the next year of my life, if I were you, reading books from the greats. I did also mention Naval Ravikant. Read him. Like, guys, the earliest thinkers and thought leaders and gurus would agree with me that you have to have a level of personal development under your belt. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.